equation of believers becoming like Christ in his appearance is derived from 1 John chapter 3 verse 2. And it reads, "Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be. But we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." This verse will shift our equation to take this form. Now, Christ is equal to believers, and of age. Having known the source of our equation, we shall proceed to use the work of Christ and that of believers as our derived quantity to prove the homogeneity of the equation above. Now, this work is the work of Christ, and this work is the work of believers. This quantity, work, is derived from John chapter 14, verse 12. And it reads, "Most assuredly, I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do also. And greater works than this he will do, because I go to my Father." This verse has shown us that believers will do greater work. Therefore, let's double the work of believers. Good. But here on earth, the work of flesh is working against believers. So long as believers are in this flesh, they will not be like Christ physically, that is, in appearance. So let the work of flesh working against believers be work of flesh is equal to inverse, because it's working against. Therefore, our equation will shift further to work is equal to work square times work of flesh. Recall that work is equal to force times distance. But force is equal to mass times acceleration. So the dimension of mass here is capital letter M times the dimension of acceleration L t raised to the power minus 2. It means that the dimension of force is equal to M L t raised to the power minus 2. And when we multiply the dimension of force with distance, it will take this form. ML t raised to the power minus 2 times the dimension of distance, L. So at the end, the dimension of work will take this form M, then L times L. That's L square t raised to the power minus 2 square. Having known the dimension of work, we plug this into the equation of Christ equal to believers. So we have this as ML square t raised to the power minus 2 for Christ, and the dimension of work here is also ML square t raised to the power minus 2 square because of this, then times ML raised to the power 2 t raised to the power minus 2 square. No, there's raised to the power minus 1 here. So plug in, we have this, then raised to the power minus 1. So we'll move further to open our brackets. So for Christ, we still have this. Nothing changed here. Then for believers now, 2, the power of this M is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. Then 2 times 2 for the length. L raised to the power 4. Then 2 times minus 2. That's minus 4. Then times minus 1 times 1. The power of this M is 1. Minus 1 times 1. Minus 1. Then minus 1 times 2. That's minus 2. Then minus 1 times plus 2. That's plus 2. So we'll move up to unify these two. We can clean this as well. Now for Christ, we have M L raised to the power 2 t raised to the power minus 2 equal to, now M square times M raised to the power minus 1. Nice. This is 2 plus minus 1, because multiplication is addition. Then L raised to the power 4 times L raised to the power, that's L raised to the power 4 plus, open brackets, minus 2, that's 4 plus minus 2, then times t, the t is raised to the power minus 4, then plus 2. Now we still have this. This is M L raised to the power 2 t raised to the power minus 2. Then 2 plus minus 1, it will give us 1, that's plus 1. Then 4 plus minus 2, that's 4 minus 2, it will give us 2. And t minus 4 plus 2 will give us minus 2. So with this, we can confidently say that the equation of Christ equal to believer is dimensionally satisfied, because all terms on both sides of the equation are identical. The dimension of each term is consistent with the physical quantities described. So it means that at the end of the age, when Christ appears again, believers shall look like Christ in appearance. physically. If not because Christ doubled our work through his promise to believers, the work of flesh would have deformed our identity, thereby making the equation unbalanced dimensionally. We can only overcome by the blood of the Lamb, which is Christ Jesus.